These speakers are the G4 Cube USB speakers, and that's why I have this black box. This is the amplifier. Under normal circumstances, the iMac G4 and the PowerMac G4 from digital audio onwards, they both have the amplifier on the logic board. But on the G4 Cube, there wasn't any place inside the cube for an extra amplifier, so the amplifier had to be outside. And I think that is the reason why we get these USB speakers. And even my cat loves it. Yeah, one foot, another foot. And now you know why my channel is called like this. Go away, cat. And I do believe they needed the USB for the power, to get rid of an extra power brick. And this is my beautiful MacBook Pro 2010 model with a hacked Catalina on it. But after nearly 10 years, the internal speakers are very much broken. And this is totally sad. So I thought I need external speakers. But just normal speakers, you always need maybe an external power supply. Or if you are having speakers not from Apple, you might get problems while Skyping. So let's try if this is working. Plug in the speaker. Okay. Let's take a look. Speakers. I hope you can see this. Brilliant. Let's try maybe some music. Yes, so let's try something on music. You can see I have some songs here. I don't know. This one. And you can hear, we can't hear a thing. Why? If I'm switching back to the internal speakers, we can hear music. And you can hear how badly ruined the speakers are. So I stopped the music. The problem is, Apple is trying to let the internal battery on the computers, on the MacBook Pros, last as long as possible. And it has only been possible with very intelligent and clever power management. That means every single device you plug in onto your USB has its own milliampere regulation, I will say. And for the speakers, there are none. You have to tell him. And this is where we need a small program which called trinityenabler. I will give you a link in the description for this tool. And if you are on macOS Catalina, I do believe you first have to unsecure your drive. The drive is write protected, but you can unsecure it by typing sudo mount -uw and /. You have to type in your password. In my case, it's flobeliblab. And then you just pull this in. And if you don't know what you want, options you have, just press enter. And there are the options. 500, 1500, 2000 and 4000 milliamperes. I would recommend about 1500 milliamperes. The difference between these milliamperes are the loudness of the speakers. So 500 milliamperes will be the quietest and 4000 milliamperes will be the loudest. It might be very important that you are on the internal speakers while using this tool. Just copy what you want. Command C, Command V, press X, and bam, you hear it? That's it. Now you are on the internal speakers and you can hear gorgeous sounds. Isn't this much better? It's wonderful. But will it last the restart? Let's check it out. Restart. I have to admit, it is nearly 10 years old. With a small SSD, I cannot afford a new one. But who cares? Oh, once again, I always do this. This is music. I don't know why I click always the wrong icon. Music is on, and a small tribute to someone who died in 2019, very, very sadly. It's working. I'm very happy. But now the big question of all the questions, when I unplugged this device, what happened? It switches immediately back to the internal speakers, and when I plug it in again, I think there we have a problem. You have to do it again. Set. You have to do it again. So, open terminal. Switch back to the internal speakers. With the arrow key up, you can regain the last. And there it is again. Back to speakers. This is how you can use your Pro speakers. So stop soldering the iMac speakers to something like USB or something about this. Search for these things. This is great. And great value because they're beautiful. Thanks for watching.